It's impactful. Who did it for was whoever did that for me? Stacy, probably. Thank you very much because I always forget to record. You know me very well. Most of you know me very well when it comes to that. All right, what's up, Mushroom Millionaires? So excited to be here with you guys tonight. This is going to be amazing. So, first off, I'm going to start this Zoom the same way I start every Zoom, letting each and every one of you know how freaking grateful I am for all of you, for your heart, for your energy, for your service, for showing up for yourself and showing up for everybody here. This is a community of people that serve. And I just want to say thank you so, so much for all of you choosing to be here tonight. I am so lit up from this weekend. And those of you who know me know I'm an introvert, know that I can get real tired around a lot of people really fast. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, we're gonna go on a cruise and then the event back to back. It's gonna be 7 whole days. By the time I get home, I'm gonna feel like I need to pass out for the rest of my life. And you guys, this has been the first time as an adult for me that I came home after an event and wasn't super drained. And here's why. Because the energy in that room was magnetic. Okay. All I saw while I was there was a bunch of fountains and no drains. And that is so important when you want to grow a legacy business. Every single one of you was a fountain and not a drain. Do you know how powerful that is? Do you know how many people out there right now are struggling energetically? They're struggling financially. They're struggling with their health, with their physical health, with their mental health. They're feeling alone. They feel like they're the only one suffering because what do people unfortunately love to do? They love to suffer in silence. And that room that we were in, the energy of that room, it lifted me up and it filled me back up. An introvert who drains very easily. I came home and I was still energized. I can't tell you how powerful that is. And so I want to say thank you for you all being here. If you missed the event, do not miss the next one, okay? Because it will feed you. It will pour into you. It will light your fire. It will help you believe in a bigger life. And that's what we're here for. So I'm going to start with the announcements, and then we have some really awesome guests. But first off, one last thing I would love to hear. If you are new and this is your first Mushroom Millionaire Zoom, please drop new in the chat so we can all say hello. We can welcome you to the family because that's what we are. We are a family. This is a community of people who help to heal each other, grow each other, elevate each other. And we want to make sure that every single person that comes in here feels seen, valued, and heard. So everybody, welcome all of the newbies that are coming in the chat. It's going by so fast that I can't even catch the names, but I am so grateful. And I know everybody here is so grateful to have you guys here with us. All right. Let's get down to the dirty, dirty. I'm not even going to spend too much time on the announcements because you've probably already seen most of them within the affiliates page, within our team pages and chats and all the things. But I am just going to throw a little out there for you really quick. Okay. So, number one, new flavor, hibiscus lemonade. Drop what you think in the chat if you've tried it so everybody knows how freaking delicious it is. Okay. We have 900 left. I want to know who's gonna take that 900 because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be us mushroom millionaires, right? If you haven't got yours yet, get it before it goes. And remember, people love flavor drops. They love having the new stuff. They love the new juice. Get out there, follow up, share with everybody. We also only have 400 left of the new rose oil. And I would tell you guys, look, I have no filter on my Zoom. I've been using the rose oil for about a month now. I have not had Botox in 8 months. 8 months, no Botox. This rose oil is rocking my socks off. My favorite way to use it is to take the face and get my little dollop and then drop a few drops in the face, mix it all up, and then put it on together. It is amazing. Okay. We have our brand new lip balm. It's so cute. You got the little frequency charge little case it comes in. It's incredible. We also have, look, see, lip balm. Look at this. I couldn't figure out that it's a slide. Took me too long to figure that out. Here's the hibiscus if you haven't seen it, the face oil, and this cute, amazing new frequence necklace. The word of the year for us is rise. So you'll see the new necklace has the rise on the back instead of the gratitude. They're so cute. I love like the little thicker chain. It's so adorable. Okay. What's next? Platinum retreat. If you went to the platinum retreat last year, drop in the comments how amazing that trip was. I have never been so spoiled in 11 years in my network marketing career as what they do for us here in this company. Lake Texacoma, massive mansion. We had a casino night. We had massages. We got to try new products. They did permanent frequency charge jewelry for us. They cooked for us. We had the most incredible time together. We played in the pool. We went out on yachts. It was incredible. So let me just tell you, if you are not platinum yet, now is your time. You realize that you only need 10 bronze affiliates to get to platinum. And when you unlock platinum, you also unlock the platinum pool. Hello, talk about that bump in your check. It is absolutely incredible. We are going on a massive run for platinum, everybody. We want to see as many of you in that mansion come June 26th and 27th. So put it on your calendar, see it, feel it, believe it, because you are going to be there. And if you don't know how to get there, reach out to your mentor, reach out to your upline. If they don't know how to help you get there, they're going to reach out to us up here and we're going to dig in with you because if you want to be there, we want you there. Okay. So all the details, I'm going to make a post tomorrow morning with all the details of this. Also, we have our next event coming in Dallas, August 28th through 29th. Early bird pricing is available for $179 right now. I will tell you after you hear these people speak tonight, you are going to run for your event ticket because you are going to hear just how powerful our events are. We also just launched a brand new incentive for the next Rise and Vibe cruise. It is going to be in November. OMG, that's 2 cruises in a year. I told you they spoil us. Who is going to be at the Platinum Retreat? Who is going to earn that cruise? It starts tonight. And here's what I want you guys to understand. It doesn't matter where you are right now. You could be starting at 0 and you could earn both of these things. The past is the past. The rear view is behind you and the rear view only blinds you. Okay? We are moving forward together and we are going to get every single one of you on that platinum retreat, on that freaking cruise. And then my last announcement for you guys, like I said, I'm going to put up a post tomorrow with all the goods. The second round of Freak 44 is now beginning. This is going to be incredible. If you were a part of Freak 44 in the first place, you probably got some incredible results. I am so proud of every leader that showed up in there, every single person that did it. This next round's even going to be better. They're going to have a whole workbook for you. And just so you know, in order to be a part of the next wave of the Freak 44, it is a purchase on or after February 13 that is going to plug you into that, okay? So now look, that's the announcements. Look for the post. I'll tag everyone in it tomorrow. You're not here for that. I know what you're here for. You are here to move forward. We got our capes on, people. Who's got their cape on? Who's decided to become a hero for everyone around them? It is time. We have some incredible guests tonight. I can't wait for you guys to hear their stories. They're going to share their mindset shifts, what changed for them at the event, how they're moving forward after this event. to create this incredible feel good now movement and build the life and the business of their dreams. And so the first person that I am going to bring on is an incredible friend of mine, Jessica Perry. Before I introduce you, let's make sure you are here. Are you here, my friend? I will probably have to unmute her, huh?
I'm
Can you?
here.
Oh, yay, there you are. Okay. You guys, Jessica, oh my God, it's probably going to make me emotional. I have been friends with her for years. She is such an incredible human. We are very similar in our beliefs when it comes to helping moms get through burnout. When I first came to Frequent, she is one of the very first people I reached out to because I have always wanted to work with her because her heart is so freaking big. If you've been in the room with Jessica, you know that she is a light. She is a light, and she's also super hilarious, which I really, really appreciate because I really like funny people. But I was talking to Jessica last night, and Jessica just had the biggest breakthrough at the event. She's going to share with you all about that breakthrough and how she's moving forward and what really got her at the event. I'm going to give it to you, Jess.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry with that intro. Thank you. I'm Jessica Perry. For those of you who don't know me, I am a mom to two beautiful girls, a 17-year-old stepdaughter, a 6-year-old teenager, and I am just moved to Florida 2 years ago from New Jersey, decided to just change my life. I had had enough of just being sick and tired of living the same old thing every day. So, um, I joined Frequenz about 2 years ago. And don't mind me, I'm in the car. My daughter has gymnastics right now, and I forgot about that. So um, I just, I mean, this weekend, I've been to events for other companies, and I just never felt like I fit in the room. It was always kind of like, here you don't sit where you're ranked. You sit with who you want to sit with. Everybody talks to you. You talk to everybody. Like, just being in that room is the energy was electric. And honestly, I know being close to the fire makes such a huge difference in my business. I know it makes a huge difference in my beliefs, but I don't think I've ever had that last after I left the event. I always felt drained after the events and like just exhausted, and I learned so much information. This event felt different because, well, I'll tell you, there's three people, Brynn, Marina, and Amber. I got so much from each of your speeches on stage. And I did have a really big mindset shift from a lot of the top leaders. I want to say that probably my biggest mindset shift was hearing from everybody who's at the top that everybody has the same fears and hesitations. The difference is just that they do it anyway. So a lot of the top leaders didn't come to the company with a huge following that came from one company to this company, and they just started from scratch and just did it anyway. And actually, Robin just looked at me and he was like, "You don't need more of anything. You don't need to listen to a coach. You don't need more personal development. You just need to do the thing. Like the difference is we just do it anyway, regardless of how we feel." And it was just such like a light for me that went off in my head. Like I knew it, but it just hit differently hearing it this time. It just felt like, yes, we learned a lot of information, but we heard a lot from the leaders from their heart about their struggles. And I think that's so important because a lot of times you look at people and you compare yourself to people and you wonder why you don't do what they do and think that maybe you can't. But the difference is just they did it anyway, regardless of how they felt. So, um, just to kind of take the emotional attachment away from it. And, you know, Marina said it's about a movement, it's not about products. And that's been hitting me really hard too, because I love the products and the products have done so much for me. But if I talk to people about the products, they're not going to understand what we have because what it's done for my life and how it's changed me and how the community has brought even more like I've received more personal development in the past 2 years here than I have in any other company in the past 5 years. And I just feel like a lot of my belief was really just strengthened this weekend. Brynn, I cried during her session because when she jumped off stage and she started talking about being someone's hero, that really hit me because it's not about us. It's much bigger than us. And we all get in our heads and think that we don't want to talk to people or we're nervous or what they're going to think or scared about what they're going to say. But if you want to get anywhere and you really want to achieve your dreams and you really want to get to the level of impact that we all crave, and that's why we're here, and that's why this is so different, you have to just like look at it from the impact side of things and not worry about what you might be judged for or people might think of you. Like, who cares? And for me, most of my life was caring what everybody thought. So to have that belief really taken away this weekend and just like brought my belief to the next level. And then Amber, obviously amazing and so sarcastic that's I needed that in my life this weekend. But just don't let your obstacles take you out. Life is gonna life. Things are gonna happen, and just getting in your head about it and letting yourself backslide, that doesn't bring you to where you want to be. So you have to be bigger than your biggest obstacle. Um, I'm sorry, I made notes. Because I have mom brain sometimes. What stretched me the most was having conversations with people. I was so inspired to just walk up to people that I have been admiring, or maybe I haven't gotten a chance to talk to yet, or maybe they were in conversation with somebody and I just inserted myself, and I made new friends this weekend. And that's not necessarily easy for me because if somebody comes up to me, I'm great. But going up to somebody and putting myself out there, that's harder. And so that definitely stretched me this weekend, sharing more about myself, sharing more about my struggles, and asking for help and advice. Was just a really big stretch for me this weekend. What changed this weekend was my belief in me and my success here. Just sharing more about my experience, what I've experienced here with the products, and just being louder about it. And what I'm going to do differently from here on out is have more conversations, be louder about it, hand out more samples, not shy away or shrink myself when I'm in rooms with people where I feel like they might judge me, and just share my excitement and be genuine about it and be okay if someone thinks I'm the crazy girl in the room. And leading with the movement and not the products necessarily, because I just feel like we have something really special here. And if I didn't already think it before, this weekend made it amplified by 100. So I'm just really excited to go to the Platinum event in June and to walk that stage next year. Yeah, that's it.
Oh my, does anybody else have the chills right now? Like holy bananas, Jess. Like I think, and drop what your favorite part about what she said is in the chat. But I think for me, my favorite thing that you said, because I've known you for so long, is the fact that you were willing to get outside of your comfort zone and meet new people and go up and introduce yourself and make new friends. Like, because I know how uncomfortable that is for me too. And here's the thing, we don't grow if we're not willing to get uncomfortable. And just like you said, just like Robin said, and do it every day, regardless of the way that we feel. Because so many of us hold ourselves back because of the emotions that we have or things that we're dealing with in life, or we make these excuses. But like, get uncomfortable every day. Do the things that are going to bring you to the life and the business and just the dreams that you have, and do it uncomfortable. And the more you do uncomfortable things, the less uncomfortable they feel. So I love you, Jess. Thank you so much for sharing your heart with everybody tonight. You are
Thank you.
absolutely going to be at that platinum retreat. I can't wait to squeeze you there. Oh my gosh. You are absolutely incredible. We appreciate you. All right.
Thank you.
All right, I got my next guest coming up. This is actually two of them, and I am so excited about this. So I reached out to Sarah Lovely yesterday, and I was asking her, I said, I would love to feature somebody from your team on our big team Zoom. Who do you think had an incredible event experience, had a huge breakthrough? Like, let me know. And the first person she said was Pamela Gore. And I am just so excited because I asked Sarah, I'm like, what is it about Pamela? And she said, Pamela is always there. She's on every Zoom. She's always supporting everybody. She's super consistent. She's been here for 6 months. And here's what I love the most that Sarah said. She said, if I could sum it up in one word, Pamela is a delight. And I love that because that speaks volumes for your energy. And I am so excited. Pamela is here with her hubby, Robbie, as well, who also came to the event. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear their breakthrough. So I'm going to give it to you guys.
Brynn, thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you for recommending us. I appreciate it so much and so honored to do this. Um, this week and weekend was huge. Tell you a little bit about how it started. Well, maybe you're going to do that.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so I've been in Frequency for about 6 months and have just loved sharing. We both are like servant hearts and we love serving people. And, we've in my career, I guess, with direct sales, everything that I've done has been about serving people. Um, my last one was specifically with women. So this is such a bigger mission and a bigger ministry because we're both very ministry minded. And so um, what I didn't expect is, and I'm going to try not to cry. I've been here. This guy has supported me in everything I've ever done. He is, if I said wind beneath my wings, that's so cliche and so corny, but he is that person for me. He supports me in everything that I do. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little sidebar anyway, then you'll know what business I was in. So, my previous business right before this one was I help women ditch their bras. And my business card said, "Do you hate your bra?" This guy carried business cards around and would give them to women and say, "I can't talk to you about this, but if the answer to this question is yes, then you need to call my wife." Or he would give it to men and say, "If this is true for your wife, then she needs to call my wife." That is this guy right here. And so when he tells his story here in just a second, it just he couldn't help me a whole lot in the last business because, well, HR. But when he tells you his breakthrough, then I am absolutely elated that this is happening. So I'm going to let you take it away. This is my amazing husband, Robbie.
Okay, so we were driving back home yesterday when we had our Zoom meeting with Sarah and Robin, and they wanted to know aha moments. And I was driving, and Pam looked at me and she said, "Do you want to give one?" I was like, "No, I don't want to give one." So it was a good thing too because we were in a bad cell area and we lost connection for a little while. But later on, I was thinking about it, and I said, "Well, I do have I had multiple aha moments, but the big one was I almost missed it." And what I mean by that is I did support Pam. Pam built this business to platinum level virtually by herself with a little bit of support from me. But
And my team.
and the team, yes.
Yeah, it's a team thing.
So when when the cruise came about, I was like, "Yeah, I'm all in on the cruise, let's go on that." And she was like, "Well, we got tickets for the meeting too. You want me to get you a ticket for the meeting?" And I was like, "No, you go do your thing and I'll do my thing on the ship." So we kind of passed by the ticket. And then somewhere along the line, she said, "Well, somebody's not going to be able to go and they have their
This is
ticket to transfer
for convention.
for convention."
Yeah.
Sorry. And I said, "Well, okay, go ahead and get me one, So I attended the meetings and everything. And I didn't attend the first two meetings on board, but I did catch the training afterwards. Now, that's when I guess my first aha moment started coming because I heard the stories about the people that did Amway, and I did that twice, not once, but I tried it twice. And the other things that just weren't that successful for me. And it was just more like you're pushing products, pushing products, pushing products and everything. So I just assumed frequency was the same thing. So I wasn't that in tune with jumping on board with it and doing something else. But then I did notice that there was kind of something different about it. So that was kind of my first aha moment when I started realizing, okay, this might be different. My second aha moment was when I cornered Brynn and talked to him about it. Third aha moment was when I cornered Coach and talked to him about it.
That's Coach Dave.
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 No,
You quartered Coach,
Yeah,
and then you quartered Dave.
but I quartered Brynn.
He's getting the names right, y'all. He's new here. Just
Okay.
forgive.
So at the gala Friday night, we actually rode down the elevators with Barb and Dave, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I had the big question that I wanted to ask Dave. So we were sitting at our table and I noticed that Dave was kind of by himself. So I just kind of walked over to him because I'm searching for questions and for answers to my questions. And I just sat down next to him and I introduced myself to him again. And I said, tell me why. Why frequency? Why, why rise? What was the purpose of it? And he told me. And I had already kind of heard it, but that kind of solidified it for me. So I had multiple aha moments, but the biggest one was when I realized that I almost missed it. And been doing things a little bit different today on my drive to work this morning. I was listening to the videos that we have or the
Podcast and things.
podcast things. So multiple times. I have about a 35-minute drive to work. So I listen to those multiple times. I listen to them on the way home. Yesterday, I reached out to a couple of people and got a maybe later next for one, and the other one I actually have an 8:30 follow-up point call with tonight. So there's a lot, there's a lot to
What was that?
get on this, and but I'm in. And Brynn, when you jumped off that stage and said somebody's looking for you, okay, I thought you were pointing at me. So I was like, okay, I'm in.
I love it. You guys are incredible. Oh my gosh. Did all of you guys just feel that so much when he said that his biggest takeaways? I almost missed it because there are so many people on here on this Zoom right now that probably feel exactly like that. They almost missed it because they had things going on at home, or they almost missed it because they had things going on with their family, or they almost missed it because maybe they weren't in a good headspace and they felt unworthy, or they felt like they weren't good enough, or they felt like their business isn't where it should be at this point. But they showed up, you showed up, and you had an incredible experience because of it. And that's the thing, you guys. That right there should inspire all of us every single day to just keep showing up. Because if you don't keep showing up, you're gonna miss something great. And then, Pamela, I love that you said in the very beginning about service, that it's always been about service for you. And I think that that's one of the most beautiful parts about this company and this movement that we've created is that's what it's about. It's about elevating other people because we chose to be here because we wanted to heal and we wanted to be better versions of ourselves. And we want to go out there and help everybody else do it as well. And so just so very grateful to have you both. Thank you so much, both of you, for sharing your testimony. I cannot wait to get to know you guys more, work more closely together, and just thank you for sharing your hearts tonight. All right, guys, our next guest is another friend of mine that I have known for a really, really long time. If you know this woman, you love this woman. She's hilarious. She has this incredible spark. She's got this big, amazing hair. She is just like like a cannonball. And that's what I think about. Like, she's just so fun. And here's the thing, too. Nanette Malloy. You all know Nanette. We love Nanette. She's at every freaking event. She shows up to everything. This is the most success that Nanette has ever had in network marketing here at Frequenz. And that just matters to me so much because I've known her for so long. I watched how hard she worked in other businesses to really get nowhere. And Nanette she's living it out here. She's taking action, she's consistent, she's always there. And we are so excited to hear your biggest takeaways, Nanette.
Well, thank you for making me cry again. I really, I, most of you have seen me, and I've driven to Dallas and ate peanut butter and jelly while I was there. And, because I've not missed an event, I've not missed a frequent event yet. I'm going to tell you, even if no matter how bad it is, if I drove 16 hours in a day, I got to Dallas the day before my room was ready and I slept in my car. And I can't tell you how many people screamed and yelled at me for that, but whatever. I was there. And without Marina and Brynn, I don't really know where I would be because I wanted to quit in January 2024 and Brynn wouldn't let me. So I'm going to start there. And this weekend was a huge, huge mind shift for me in so many different ways. I started to kind of give up on myself a little bit. And then I had Susie and Amber threaten me that if I didn't get my ass to Fort Lauderdale, excuse my French, they were going to come and find me. Um, but Friday, when I was sitting up in the atrium thing outside the store, I was sitting down because Bryn told me, no, that was after, before, I don't remember. Anyway, this guy asked me, what is this frequency all about? And I started telling him. And I was like, I don't have a stick on me. As Lisa Galloway is passing by, she turns around and hands me a stick to hand to this gentleman. I've been talking to him, and I've had 2 brand new conversations this weekend, which is something I've never really done. I've never gotten out. I call it a coach moment because Brian does all that. And anyway, so I have been I've been having this conversation with him, and then I had my daughter's mother-in-law who hasn't ordered in about a year. She ordered yesterday for the first time, and we were at a friend's house, and he takes a mushroom supplement, and she started the whole conversation. She's like, don't you take a mushroom don't you drink mushrooms or something? And he's like, yeah. And I asked what he was taking. He's taking lion's mane. And I was like, how are you taking it? And he's like, in a pill form. And then that started a conversation. I gave him a stick, and I've been talking to him about everything too. So I, for me personally, um, my mind blown moment, or not my mind blown moment, my big moment was when Lindsay said, your stories are your dressing room. And we just think of our stories, we're mixing up our drink, we're doing whatever in our stories every day. But our friends, people who are following us, are watching our stories. And I've had people watching me that I didn't even know were watching me, which was really creepy and really funny in a sense. And it's true. It is your dressing room. Um, I can't say, I'm always in my stories. I'm always doing a reel. I started no, using other people's reels and putting my own captions on it, whatever that's called, because I just totally forgot. But everybody this weekend, I had a different aha moment for each person. And my 2 biggest, well, I have 3. My 3 biggest takeaways was when Brynn was up taking pictures and greeting people. And I walked by and she was like, freeze, stop, don't move. And I was like, okay. And, for me to have her, who she's busy and she's doing so many different things, to take time to stop me from what I was doing, to sit there for her to give me a hug was amazing. My other moment was Sunday morning. I was by the elevator and Barbara's coming in with coffee and she's like, good morning, Nanette. And, I've been in another company, and if corporate knew an inkling about you, that was a lot. Like, and just to feel like family and for people to know who you actually are is huge. And Callie says it all the time. You might walk in as a stranger, but you're walking out as family. And then I'm going to be more consistent. I'm going to be, put it this way, like Amber said, if she walks on that stage, she's not walking on that stage as Diamond. I am not going back as a silver because my ass will be at that platinum retreat and I will be on that cruise. But my biggest mind blown thing all weekend was Katrina. Katrina, I love you. You are an amazing human being. I am so glad I got to meet you. But when she said she was with a company for over 30 years and she chose Frequence, that to me was power. If somebody with that stature is looking at us and she joins us, guys, we have something way more powerful than any of us are really capitalizing on. And to me, that has been just absolutely mind blowing. Um, and I just want to say thank you. I totally lost my train of thought, but yeah, Katrina was the absolute icing on the cake. Like, nobody should hold back, and we need to share what we have, because if we're going to get somebody with that kind of stature to join us, hello, we have something powerful. Even though Brynn and Marina and Amber have all been saying it since we walked through the doors 2 years ago, that to me solidified everything, like everything right then and there. So thank you, Brynn.
Oh, if you guys weren't already in love with Nanette or you didn't know her yet, are you just in love with her? I just love your spirit, your fire, your spunkiness. Like you just like you make me giggle, you make me smile all the time. And I'm just so grateful for you and for you being here. And I love what you said about feeling seen. Because I think every single one of us has felt that before, especially in this industry. You get on these big teams and these big companies, and it's like, and you feel like nobody sees you or values you or even knows what your name is. And just for that feeling of being valued and being seen, I think it's one of the most special things that we have here at Frequence. It absolutely is. I've never in my life felt more at home with the people and felt more accepted and valued for who I am. And so I love everything you said, Nanette. I adore you. You are absolutely going to be on that platinum retreat. As Amber said, none of us are flinching anymore. We're not going to flinch, right? We're going to get up there at that next level. And so I'm just so proud of you. And by the way, you couldn't have set this up any better because I don't even know if you know this, but Katrina was going right after you. So, and by the way, I meant to tell you guys, I'm Brynn. I know it says Marina Simone. You'll see two Marinas on here. I just want to be Marina when I grow up. So
I
apparently,
tried to change your name just so we're clear. I don't know how to do it. I don't
uh, I
do
don't mind. I don't mind. We can both be Marina for now. But oh my gosh, like I right now feel so honored and humbled to introduce you to this whole big Mushroom Millionaires family, Katrina. I mean, the amount of experience that you have in this industry, over 30 years, yes, with the same company, so loyal, like you're, and just the fact that I got to get to know you this weekend and hear you speak from your heart and really just get to know the human behind the leader and why you want to be here and why you chose Frequence. And we are so excited to have you here. You guys, this woman, she is such a powerhouse, but she's also just a normal human like the rest of us too, right? She was talking to me about her husband and her kids and her dogs and her love for cheeseburgers and french fries, which I also love, right? And she's right at home here with you guys. And we are just so excited to hear from you tonight, Katrina, and sharing your heart and your biggest takeaways and where you see us going after that event.
Well, I am so grateful, and I'm just getting to know you guys, and I've already put on my sexy voice. Can you believe that? So I am the one who needs all the defense and all the everything. So I feel great. My nose just is not feeling good right now. So give me some love in the chat. Nanette, OMG, you couldn't have made me feel better and more at home. This is just so amazing. Thank you, Brynn, and thank you, Marina, for asking me to speak. And I just want to shared tonight, family. We didn't just attend a convention, we stepped into the next wave. Type next wave in the chat. We stepped into the next wave. And if we're going to build this thing, we have got to do it with the right mindset. That our next wave event just shifted us in our minds, right? It shifted us. We are so ready. So first, if you wait until it's obvious, you missed it. And one of the things that I have can tell after 34 years is vision matters. You've got to see it before you can see it. Vision sees what is forming before the crowd does. The very first thing I said to the three people that I had with me, Lisa, Adrian, and Cynthia, give yourselves a shout out in the chat if you were there, is I want you to see this room because pretty soon this room is going to be our team. I want you to see that room. Pretty soon, that room is just going to be the platinums on Mushroom Millionaire. Pretty soon, it will just be the black diamonds in Mushroom Millionaire. And so just be excited about that, you guys. Everyone wants to join when it's proven. Everybody. People show up. They want to be there when you're at the Super Bowl, right? I live up the street from where that little game was played. And everyone's a football fan last week, but not everybody is a fan, preseason. And so builders move when it's forming, and we are here in the beginning, the juicy part when not the whole world is watching. We're not small, we are early, and early requires belief. So I just want to say this is the time that we work when not everyone is watching. But I tell you, when we make a sound, it'll be loud. Second, y'all, we have to shift from selling to shepherding. We heard it. Marina, you brought it home. I mean, I just tell that chick, I'm a pastor's wife, so I just can't help it. I have one word to describe Marina. I just say she's a badass. Okay. I probably wouldn't say that from the pulpit with my husband, but that's just the way that I describe you. And when you talked about shifting from selling to shepherding, it was so spot on. Sales will ask us, how do I close this? But when you shepherd, that is when we ask, how do I guide this person well? And so, what we have to do is just be an example. One of the things that I did learn from my fearless leader, Mary Kay Ash, is you lead three ways: by example, by example, by example. You lead in those three ways, and that is what matters. Transactions create volume. And of course, we want volume, but really what we want is shepherding creates duplication. If we just transact, that's hard work, y'all, because you got to do another transaction, another transaction, another transaction. But ask yourself this question every time we move, every time we speak, every time we do what we're doing, is this duplicatable? And I want to thank you so much for how you honored. I forgot because I'm never done. I just always have to quit. So I forgot to put my little timer on, Brynn. But I want to thank you guys for how you celebrated me there. I want to tell you, the women, the men that are coming on to the Rise and Vibe tribe, I mean, we are just in the beginning. Some of them are in the chat now, and they are so powerful, so amazingly powerful. So if you build people, people will build your business. If we build people, people will build our business. The P&L has to be people in love and not just profit and loss. And so this is not about pushing product. This is about raising leaders. And that is what Brynn and Marina, what you do so well. Thank you. It's what Robin and Sarah, that's why it was so easy to affirm Sarah and Robin in such a big way. Thirdly, we must shift. Oh my goodness, almost had to pull me out of preacher school. We must shift from hype to skill. We are, yes, we make people feel good. And at the same time, we teach them and give them the skills that are necessary so that they can create duplicatable businesses. Excitement fades. We are all pumped and excited, but skill compounds. And again, I just have to give a super shout out to Robin because the most skilled person just talks so much to us I mean, Robin, you shared with so much heart. We could all feel your heart from the stage. And as we, I don't know too many people who can get you to throw money up in the air and leave it on the ground. Cynthia was like, "Are we picking this up?" I was like, "No, I think you're supposed to leave it there." But truly, you give us so much skill, and we thank you for that, Robin. Convention energy sparks us, but it's the daily discipline that's fire. So stop asking, just am I motivated, and start asking, are you mastering the fundamentals? Are we mastering the fundamentals of this business? I love what Marina has taught me and my team. Just press play. I mean, you just got to keep pressing play, keep inviting, keep asking, keep hitting people in the DMs. And so my focus is five calls a day, five outgoing calls a day, and hitting five people in the DM every single day and reaching out for at least five people for my team every single day. And I know I don't, I will, I'm not a pro yet to know exactly what the numbers are that's necessary, but I know one thing, that if you focus and you continue to ask, that daily discipline will get us all to that platinum retreat. I'm not quite sure how big of a house they're gonna need to have for us, because we are bringing it. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be glamorous. We are powerful. Skill builds confidence, and confidence will build our income, y'all. Resilience, um, results silence doubt. And so one of the things you want to do is just stack your result on top of a result on top of a result. Execution replaces insecurity. So we all have that, oh my gosh, can I do this? Can I do this? I don't know. That all lives inside of us, but you just got to let that big me be louder. And prouder than the doubt. You are not here to be accepted. We are here to build something undeniable. Absolutely. And it just so happens that we're in an environment where we're totally accepted at the same time. So when you produce, you don't have to prove. The numbers will show for themselves. When you execute, insecurity loses oxygen. So finally, you guys, let's make this shift. I mean, the biggest thing for me, two biggest things, was Barb standing up and talking about the foundation. And when Marina said, "Can the Mushroom Millionaires come up here to take a picture?" I'm like, okay, just let the other eight people sit in the audience while we all get up and go to the stage. Like, it's everybody. This is the place to be. So we shift from participation to ownership, you guys. Participants attend events. We are not just participants. We own this. We shape the culture. We are frequents. Early carries a responsibility. And so instead of us asking corporate what are they doing, we are modeling. We are absolutely positively modeling what frequency is going to look like in the next year, in the next decades. It happens because we decide this is what it needs to look like. We are not spectators. This is our season, and we are builders in this season. So I just want to thank you so much, Brynn, for giving me an opportunity to talk about let's execute daily. Let's keep it simple. And let's just see, we are going to own this platinum. They're going to need a whole ship. I mean, I just, as Barb said, that was the last small um, summit. I mean, we're just going to own it all the way. So I am grateful for you giving me the opportunity to share. Let's steward this and let's multiply this in a really, really big way. All right, excellence is ours. Thanks, Brynn.
Okay, guys, for real. Can you tell why this woman has made multi millions of dollars in this industry, and she's been on massive, massive stages and led massive, massive teams? Do you hear how powerfully she is speaking because she sees it? She came here because she sees it. She sees this movement that we've created. And like she said in the very beginning, like, you're in this in the right timing. If you already know about it, it's already gone. And I just have to say, when you said P&L, people in love, that for me, like hit me like straight in my gut because we always be worrying about that P&L at our restaurants, right? Like we always be worrying about the profit and loss. That's something we talk about a lot. But I love that because that's the same kind of conversation I have with my husband about our restaurants and making sure that every single person that comes through our door feels valued and they want to come back because it feels like home. And that's what it's about. It's about people and it's about love and it's what we're creating here. And you just Man, you had all of us on the edge of our seat. Thank you so much, Katrina, for sharing tonight. We
Thank you.
appreciate you so, so much. I do have one more guest, just one. She's going to be very short and sweet. Can anybody guess if you were paying attention at the event who said that funny little line? She said, I'm short and sweet. Here's the thing. And this was one of my biggest takeaways. And this is why I want to let Miss Sarah Lovely close this out for us, you guys. I saw two things, one on the cruise and one up on that stage, that just showed me how very important it is to love on your people and create an incredible community. On the cruise, I've never seen a team honor a leader the way that your team honored you, Sarah, and spoke about you, your heart, and everything that you do for everyone, and how much you feed them, and how much you give to them, and how much you serve them. I've never in my 11 years seen a team speak about their leader that way. And then having Katrina pull you up onto the stage as well and say the same thing, your heart and the community that you've created. And so that to me was one of my biggest takeaways. You inspire me every single day. You know, watching that up there made me realize that I need to be a better leader. I need to do a better job at creating community and loving on the people. And it's why I've decided to do these once a week. So I hope you guys like this, because we gonna be meeting a whole lot, a whole lot. Okay. It's gonna happen every single week. I'm going to give it to you, Sarah. We are so grateful for you. You are such an incredible human. You lead your team and all of our teams so well. You give to everybody. And we would love to hear your biggest takeaways and where you feel we're going from here.
Thank you so much, Brynn. When I sat down after Katrina, you gave me that huge gift, completely caught me off guard. And afterward, Brynn grabbed my hand and she looked at me and said, if I ever hear you doubting yourself again, Lovely, I'm going to remind you of this and the cruise, because I do doubt. I have those insecurities and I doubt and I wonder, am I making an impact? Is it helping? You know, so that, like, Brynn, I just love our friendship. That was so, I was like, okay, yes, I know. I promise I will not doubt again. I will remember these moments. And so for me, that was a huge takeaway. But what I want to wrap this up with you guys, I have some really, really, really powerful advice for you. And I want you to get a pen, get ready to take notes. I got stained hands with something black. I don't know where it came from. I want you to take this note. This is super important. And I want everyone to do this. Grab the replay of this Zoom and go watch it again. Grab this replay and watch it, because I started taking notes when Katrina was talking. I mean, I love this. Builders move when it's forming. One of my biggest takeaways from the event was knowing that we all started, like, we've been here 2 years. A lot of people in that room, drop in the chat how long you've been here, whether it's 6 months or 6 days or 2 years, right? We came one day after Marina and Brynn. We joined with them one day later. We are at the beginning of something so big, and not everybody can stick it out. Not everyone can stay through the bumps and the not sure if and will it grow and have I done the, not everyone can do that. So pat yourselves on the back. That was huge for me when I was there, going like, every one of you has vision. Katrina talked about it, and I'll say that I say this all the time. Inspiration and motivation is fantastic. We were just inspired and motivated from everybody who shared. Jessica, Pamela, Robbie, Nanette, Katrina, all of it was inspirational and motivational. But I know this, that will last a few minutes after this Zoom, maybe an hour, if you're really riding high on the pink cloud of inspiration and motivation. But it's been said tonight and said a lot on the weekend, is it's that taking the action, doing the things. Doing the thing. We cannot inspire ourselves to the platinum retreat. You cannot get there on inspiration and motivation. It's a good start. It's a great start. We want to, I love it. So what we meet with the team almost every single day of the week, and it's a ton of mindset, inspiration, motivation with calls to action. So love this pink cloud that we're on from the event and all the things we just heard tonight. And then please, please, please take action, because we do want to see everyone there at the platinum retreat on the next cruise in August, crossing the stage at whatever your dream is. And that's that. Yep. Gotta work, gotta get to work. Robin says, our team knows, Robin says, like, I'll do all the mindset stuff. And Robin says, let's get to work. Can only take so much. Let's get to work. So the whole team knows, hashtag, let's get to work. So that's what my takeaway from the event and from just right now. But I would watch this again on this replay, and make sure your whole team watches it too.
Dude, I love that. Everybody, hashtag
let's get to work.
To freaking work. And you're so correct, Sarah. I've experienced that so many times in my career, is being really excited in the moment, and then you get home and you've got kids and you've got a spouse and you've got work and you've got all these things, and it's so easy to just not take action. But you guys, it's actually really simple to take action. It's called the law of diminishing intent. Get it done first. First time, the first chance you get to do it in the day, the earlier you do it, the better, because the law of diminishing intent states that the longer we wait to do something, the less likely we're going to do it, right? So get it done first. Sarah, you are incredible. Every single one of you, you were incredible. Like, I feel so honored to have been able to be here and hear your stories tonight. Marina, is there anything you would like to add and say? You good? Okay, just making sure before we pop off. I love you all, Mushroom Millionaires. Hashtag get to work. Be looking. If you guys like this time, just FYI, it's probably going to be when we have our big team huddle every week. So mark it on your calendars, okay? And let's get to work. Let's all get to that platinum retreat. That is our goal right now. Let's go. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing night. Mwah.